Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. Got a fantastic show lined up for you today. Going to get after it. Hope everybody's having a good Thursday so far. And let's go ahead and take a look at how we did on Wednesday. Not bad. We will take it. Yankees, Blue Jays over 9. Brewers, Mets over 8.5. Giants, Diamondbacks over 8.5. Get that one. Brad gets half of it right here on VBS Haka over 2.75, and then home runs. Aaron Judge got himself a bomb yesterday. Kyle Schwarber got himself a bomb yesterday, so he hit 2 home run bets as well. Now, the Howie Schwab crew play of the day. 2 games, 4 options. Where are you going? Yankees, Blue Jays over 8.5 or under 8.5. Guardians, Cubs over 8.5 or under 8.5. That poll is in the chat. Vote now. Update as we always do at the end of the show. All right, that's it. How's everybody doing today? What we got going on? Peggy, AB, AZ weather reporting in high 90s. Whoa. That is a cold streak out there, Peggy. Now, I'm telling you, you better put a jacket on and be safe, okay? We do not need you getting sick out there in this cold weather. Yankees, Blue Jays over again, says John Eccles. I agree on that one. Father Whale, morning crew. Morning, buddy. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Matty Eyes. Damn, AB. Let's go, big dog. Hey, all of us together, baby. Well, let's see. You got tough news here. From our man Brad, RIP to Diogo Jota, Liverpool striker who was survived by his wife and children. Devastating news to the footy community. Was married just 11 days ago. Horrific. Jesus. Dude, that's terrible, man. Diego was in the car with fellow soccer star Andre Silva. I just can't believe it. Married. Did they get in a car wreck? I apologize. I don't know. What's the context on this? Man, that's terrible. Terrible, man. Addison, F1 British Grand Prix under 18.5 race leaders minus 165. Books are catching up, but the juice still worth the squeeze. There we go, man. Addison, you are the man, bro. Scotty said you're the best TV. No, man, that's you, brother. Good to see you, buddy. Hope everything's doing well. Hope you're doing all right. Excuse me, I didn't mean to cough right there in the mic. That is terrible work. Spelled dog blown tire. It was Diego brother was the passenger. So did they get? They were stopped and they got hit on the side of the road. Oh, man, that's terrible. Car crash, lost a tire, and the car caught on fire. Both were killed. Jesus Christ. Man, I'm so sorry to hear that. Addison said, sorry, underclassified finishers, not race leaders. Okay. Also, I want to bring this up real quick. Dave Sherapen, I don't know if you've heard or not. I saw last night, Zach Phelps posted this in the Discord. Our man has been diagnosed with cancer. And you all know Dave, having been on here. And Dave is one of the best people on the planet. And I love that dude to death. And him and Matt Peralt, both of them. And so posted a video, which don't tell Dave about that because it's going to be a surprise because there's a lot of people that are putting together well wishes and all that kinds of stuff. But we made a video, and you'll see it in the Discord. It's on behalf of all of you, all of us, everyone together. And I was texting with Dave last night, and yeah, he's in great spirits and he's doing good. And if you like, I say all this to say, number one, we love Dave. And number two, if you want to do something nice for him, reach out on Twitter, right? And just send him well wishes and that you're thinking about him. Dave loves the DTL community, and yeah, absolutely love him to death too. He's going into surgery Monday, I believe Monday at UCLA. So yeah, again, don't be concerned about putting together like money or anything like we're already doing that. Don't worry about that. You keep your money. Don't be concerned about that. But that's already been taken care of. But yeah, Dave loves you guys to death, and yeah, if you get a second, reach out to him on Twitter. Just tell him, you're thinking about him, love him, anything, it'll all go a long way. But he's in great spirits, and he's going to beat this thing. So, yeah, just wanted to address that. Dave's a great dude, and he loves you guys to death for sure. And I told him in multiple ways that it's reciprocal. That, dude, DTL loves some big Dave Sherapen. So yeah, if you want to reach out, but you'll see the video in Discord. And yeah, like I said, I made it on behalf of all of us, right? You'll see it in there. And he was, oh my God, he was so happy. And he wanted to say thank you to all you guys. So yeah, if you want to reach out, that'd be cool, man. But don't worry about doing anything else. Like I was talking with Zach when we were posting that yesterday, and I was like, look, make sure nobody's like, going out of their pocket, which again, I'm not saying that's negative. That's always a good thing. And anybody that was thinking that, awesome, you're the best. But don't worry about that. Like we've got that covered on this end. You keep your money, but yeah, if you want to wish Dave, just some thoughts, he'd really enjoy it. And he loves all you guys to death. So there you go. All right, let's get into it for today. So we have our picks. We have Randall said, I'm riding in the car with Miss Mims on the way back from Florida. If you know her driving, pray for me. What time did y'all leave, Randall? Yeah, let's get into our picks. So we've got the morning show will be live at 3 p.m. Eastern today with more picks. And then we're also going to break down, obviously, Major League Baseball, and we'll also break down the Atlanta Falcons today. So let's get into our picks. What we have, Yankees, Blue Jays, over 8.5, minus 115. Look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm going to keep riding with it. Both these teams are hitting. Brewers and the Mets, same deal, over 8, minus 115. And then same deal with Twins and the Marlins, over 8, minus 115. Now, when we talk about Major League Baseball today, there's okay weather. There's nothing like terrible, you know what I mean? But yesterday was the day. Today could be a little more difficult. We got a lot better pitching matchups across the board. So there are spaces to take advantage, but also just saying be careful with baseball today. It could be weird. All right. So these are our picks for today. We'll get back to those in just a second. In your feeds now. Check it out, man. We got the Wonderlic test. We've got NFL team futures. We've got the golf video from Brian Liberati. All of that. And that's processing as we speak. I apologize. It's supposed to be out this morning, but YouTube's having some issues publishing videos. So if it's not live, if anybody has any YouTube content out there today, yeah, watch out. There could be some some delays in publishing videos, but you'll see it all there in your feeds, and that should pop up really at any time. Okay, so that is all the stuff that we have for today. All right, well, the intro part. All right, let's get into Major League Baseball. All right, let's have some fun here. Home runs. All right, here, TJ said, how about them Blue Jays? Right there. Big Vlad, baby. All right, you're going Christian Walker, plus 275. Vlad Guerrero, pictured there, plus 325. Pete Alonso, plus 350. Suarez, plus 425. Cody Bellinger, plus 475. All right, where are you going today? So, Pete Alonso is friggin' due. All right, I'm going to go Pete Alonso, plus 350. I want to go Vlad Guerrero, plus 325. I mean, I like all 5 of these. I know I say that every day, but I mean, I do. I'm going to go Pete Alonso today, plus 350. Scott says he's going Randy Arozarena of the Mariners. I like that one. Z Money, I'm going back to the Devers, 1+ strikeout and Judge, 1+ walk combo today. Both are raising the price, minus 128. Yeah, dude, I think Devers had 2 strikeouts last night. Yeah. That bet is paying. And same thing with Judge. I think he had 2 walks. Yeah, I love that, Z Money. That's a good look, man. That's a real good look. Abby says, that's what this community is all about, brother. We're put on this earth to help people lift each other up. Damn right. Damn right. And yeah, again, don't want anybody going into pocket or doing anything of that. But if you want to reach out to Dave, man, he would, I'm telling you, he would really appreciate it. He's in great spirits. Like, don't worry, don't be nervous. Because sometimes those messages, man, they can just be odd, especially when they're coming out of just the parking lot, But trust me, it'll all go over well. And Dave loves y'all to death, man. Absolutely, dude. I love this crew. We lift each other up. Damn right, man. Absolutely. Zach, Denver strikeout, Judge Walk, plus 107 yesterday. Cash. Yeah, dude. Denver strikeouts and Aaron Judge walks. They're absolutely hitting. Jay-Z Soldier. Okay, so that poses a question, AB. How do you select the 5 for the slides? All right, so that's a good question. All right, so what I do is number one, I look at the hitter versus pitcher historicals. All right, and number one, take a look there. All right, that's where we start. Who has a good, which hitter, has a history of hitting home runs, or even just a high amount of hits and a good batting average against said pitcher, right? So I start with there. Oh man, look, Josh Ward, you want AB? Thanks for what you do every day, my man. Thank you for what you do every day, and I'll be live with Josh and Swain today in Knoxville at 1 p.m. Eastern. Love these dudes to death, man. Josh, good to see you, buddy. So I start there with historicals, right? So who has a history against said pitcher? Number two, I go to the weather. All right, and not that there has to be great weather, behind them. I just make sure that it's not something like stupid. You know what I mean? Like 30 miles an hour blowing in, it's raining. Just make sure that there aren't any huge barriers, that they're going to face. And then number three, I look at said starting pitcher, right? How are they doing this season? How are they doing in their last 2 starts, right? So there's not a direct answer to it. But I just kind of go through all the data and then in the end choose the 5, who are left standing, right? And, just hold up to all the negatives that could be out there. And that's how we do it every day. So there's no exact science. A lot, I mean, again, we go through all the data, but it's me choosing the 5, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's still betting. It's not like there's some equation out there. But yeah. And, man, like Vlad Guerrero has everything today, man. I mean, whether they're in a dome, you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I'm going Alonso, but Vlad is right there, dude. 325 is not bad, but yeah, I'm gonna go Alonso plus 350. I hope that made sense. Ask any more questions if you have them, in regards to really anything. But putting these together, yeah, for sure. All right, let's talk about weather here. All right, so like I said, there's not really terrible weather out there. It's pretty good. It's just pitching matchups today are they're just a lot better. Astros at the Rockies. Temperature 87. Feels like 82. No rain. 5 miles an hour blowing in, but still, it's all right. You've got the elevation out there in Colorado. And the total in this game is like 11. And they've been mashing runs, both teams. So pay attention to that one. Sorry, the wrong button. Brewers and the Mets. Temperature 84, feels like 83. Precipitation 18% and dropping through the game. Light rain, I wouldn't be too terribly concerned about it. 9.8 miles per hour wind blowing left to right. So it's not great, the wind, but it's not bad. It's not working against you. Left-handed pull hitters will definitely have an advantage here. Angels at the Braves. Solid weather here. About the best you could get, man. 87 degrees, feels like 89. No rain in Atlanta whatsoever. 6.3 miles an hour blowing out. So, both the Angels and the Braves, they're both due to have themselves a big one today. Guardians and the Cubs, this one's been mashing around, man. Temperature 84, feels like 87. No rain. 5.4 miles an hour wind blowing right to left and a little in, but nothing too terribly bad. Giants and the Diamondbacks. Peggy, this is for you. Even though we've got a roof, you and Justin. 100 degrees. Look at this. And dropping. Absolutely cold out there. Feels like 100. No rain. 6.5 miles an hour blowing out. But again, there's a dome, so don't pay attention to that. I just like putting it on here because Peggy's in a cold spell over there. Oh, man. Let's see. White Sox and the Dodgers. All right. 72 temperature, feels like 72. No rain, 7.5 miles an hour blowing out. Good day for really all hitters, man, in both these. And nice to see the White Sox put up some runs yesterday. So that's our weather. All right, hitter versus pitcher historicals. Let's see. And Soldier said, thanks for always being transparent, brother. Hey, absolutely, man. No doubt. And anything that happens with this show, anything, let me know, man. It's all on the board. Will Smith, 2 home runs against Aaron Savale. Reese Hoskins, 2 home runs. Christian Walker, 2 home runs. McKinstry's got a home run. Alonso's got a home run. Vlad's got a home run. Bellinger's got a home run. Grisham's got a home run. Springer's got a home run. Gurriel Jr.'s got a home run. A lot of dudes on here, a lot of names. Suarez, he has one. Goldschmidt, he has one. Judge, he has one. So, yeah, you're seeing a lot of Chris Bassett on here. Jinxie the Mouse says, might just have to start fading my Braves all season, buddy. I feel you. It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. If they win, I'm happy. If they lose, I get paid. I'm happy. That's how you do it right there. That is the key. All right. Hits. So you can see, Christian Walker there. 12 hits, 35 bats, hitting 343. Reese Hoskins hitting 438, 7 hits, 16 at bats. Jimenez, 5 hits off 14 at bats, hit 357. So again, we use this slide right here, for player props. If you want to do hits, runs, and RBIs, etc., you can see the average there. You can see the walks, home runs, extra base hits, all of that. Aaron Judge, he's hitting 294 off Chris Bassett. Paul Goldschmidt hitting 444 off Chris Bassett. You're seeing a lot of Chris Bassett. Jazz Chisholm hit 333 against Chris Bassett. Trent Grisham hit 250. Yeah, seeing a lot of it there, man. Hitting streaks. Brandon Lowe, 18 straight games with a hit. Joe Adell, 13 straight games. Brian Hayes, 11 straight. Matt Olson, 9 straight. Marcus Semien, 8 straight. Bellinger, 8 straight. Seager, 8 straight. McCutcheon, 7 straight. Matt Chapman, 7 straight. Bobby Witt, 6 straight. Spencer Torkelson, 6 straight. All right, so that's Major League Baseball for us. All right, let me bring the picks back up. And for anybody who may have came in just a touch later than we started, Yankees Blue Jays over 8.5 minus 115. Brewers Mets over 8 minus 115. Twins Marlins over 8 minus 115. There we go. All right. So Maddie said Yankees getting that dub today. I mean, if they've got every opportunity to do it. John said, I don't know if I can do it, Maddie. Oh, my goodness, man. All right, so those are our picks for today. Let me pull this down. Wenzel said, nice lid. Thanks, man. Hey, let me zoom in on this. Look at this. Buc-ee's. And Nashville's getting a Buc-ee's. Dude, they started building it. I didn't mean to do that. They started building it. And, dude, that's going to be awesome. The closest one is like Crossville, which is, I don't know, 130 miles away, something like that. Maybe a little less. But yeah, Buc-ee's indeed. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. All right. Let's get into the NFL, man. Let's talk some ball. All right. Oh, and Moshe asked, how many picks do we want on the afternoon show? There you go. Yep. Drop that in. 1 through 10. Just drop a number. All right. Yeah. Robert Bibbo said, River Smash the like. Absolutely. Please. If you're watching on your phone, just grab the screen, pull it down, hit like, pop it right back up. I appreciate that, man. Yep, Maddie said 74. There you go, Mosh. That's the answer. We need 74 picks today by 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, let's get into the football. All right. Breaking down the Atlanta Falcons today. So here's their coaching staff. Head coach, Raheem Morris. Defensive coordinator, Jeff Ulbrich. You remember Jeff Ulbrich for his son, prank calling Shedeur Sanders. Yeah, I'm sure that went over well. Let me just say, if that were me, if I would have done that and my dad were a defensive coordinator in the NFL, you wouldn't have been able to find my DNA. I would have been gone. All right, so here's the Falcons coaching staff. Here's what the Falcons did in the draft. All right, and they went defense. Look at it. Jalen Walker from Georgia. All right, they had 2 first-round picks. They get Jalen Walker, the linebacker out of Georgia, and James Pierce Jr., the edge out of Tennessee. They went defense big, man. You could see Xavier Watts, Notre Dame safety, Billy Bowman, Oklahoma safety, and then they went offensive tackle from Wisconsin in Big Jack Nelson. But yeah, they went defense. Specifically, the Falcons are looking to get after the quarterback, and that's what Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. can do. Look, I'm going to say this, man. One of these guys is not a bad play for defensive rookie of the year. Seriously, because they're going to have a lot of opportunities. And I don't know who it's going to be between Walker and Pierce because they're both studs. And I'm not sure how the Falcons are going to – I mean, it'll change through the season, but how they, deploy these guys. And it's going to be a combination of both. But These two dudes are strong. I've seen both of them literally since they were in high school. And yeah, the Falcons made two great first round picks. I'm just telling you, man. They absolutely did. All right. So that was their draft. All right, let's take a look at their depth chart. Let me pull it up here. So again, this is just the offense. In 11 personnel offense, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. So you got Michael Penix, quarterback. You've got Kirk Cousins behind him, and they signed Easton Stick in the offseason, 3rd string. Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, running back. You can see a wide receiver, Drake London, Darnell Mooney, Ray McLeod, Big Kyle Pitts at tight end. Look at Felipe Franks. Yeah, so there you go. There is the Falcons offense. And Addison said, Pitts is already questionable. That does make sense. I know. All right, so here are our picks. Falcons over 8.5 wins plus 125. We're going to talk about this in a second. You could actually drop it down to 7.5 if you wanted. But I'm going to take the Falcons over 8.5 wins. I think they have a really good year. Drake London, 10 plus receiving touchdowns, plus 230. And then the Falcons to make the playoffs at plus 155. Now, I thought about taking them to win the NFC South, but the Bucs are going to be pretty damn good. And if I could get the Falcons to make the playoffs, all right, and they don't have to win the division, and I'm going to get it at plus 155, I'm all in. And again, this isn't me betting negatively on the Falcons, saying that they're not going to win the division. But again, Bucs are damn good. But I think the Falcons, man. Now, the tough part is that the NFC is loaded. It's absolutely friggin' loaded, man. But I think the Falcons are pretty good. I think they're going to make some noise this year. But again, we'll talk about the Bucs later on. Zach says, AB, saddle up, hostage. What do we got? Let's see. All right, TJ and Maddie. Oh, you're going on the Yankees today? Is that what we're doing? Good. All right. It's settled. All right. TJ, Matty Ice. There you go. On the Yankees today. And 1 membership on the line. I love it. Z-Money says that's actually a good strategy. NFC South. Yeah, like I just don't believe in it. You know what I mean? Now, again, you could take them to win the division, but I don't know, man. Like, if you can get them just to make the playoffs, plus 155, and not worry about that, I'm all for it. Pat, good morning, buddy. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, John. Like that London pick. I do, too. I think Drake London's going to have a big year. He's going to have a big year. Joe said, I once paid AB at halftime for a showdown. That's how bad I was losing. That is true. Bibbo, I'll be your Huckleberry. I love it, man. Z-Money, nice to have an out in your back pocket. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. All right, so Yankees or the Blue Jays. All right, so let's jump into bets. And all right, let me pull this down 1 second. All right, so running into an issue already that the books don't have full player props for the season up yet. They're still working on them. So we're just going to do a big player prop show after we go through the teams, because some of them have them, some of them don't. I mean, most are up, but like the Falcons, they didn't have any on Penix. It was tough to find. So we'll have to do that. So like I said, Falcons, 7.5 wins is kind of the line here, minus 140. 8.5, you start getting into plus money. You see under 8.5, minus 150. So, I mean, what are they going to do? 8 wins, 9 wins, right? Like that's kind of your Mendoza line there. But yeah, I'm going to take them over 8.5. Falcons team specials. Do any of these grab your attention? Falcons score 1+ touchdown in every regular season game, plus 110. Drake London, 10+ receiving touchdowns. We played that one. Bijan, 15+ rushing TDs. I don't know about that. That's a lot. Falcons, 1+ pass TD in every game. 1 plus rushing TD in every game, 1,500, 1,700. Pitts to break the regular season tight end receiving yards record, plus 3,000. I don't know about that. Falcons go undefeated, plus 60,000. I don't know about that. But we went with Drake London here. I'm going to leave this for a second, let it sit. What do you think? '49er says, everybody's sleeping on Bryce. Dude, I thought what the Panthers did with Bryce Young last year was great. Use the bench as punishment, but also just get better. And he did. Bryce Young had a hell of an end of the season. I agree with you, 49er, completely. Okay, so some Falcons props here. All right, win the NFC South. Bucks minus 110, Falcons plus 250, Panthers plus 400, Saints plus 1,200. And then the Falcons after 5 weeks. All right, so again, we're going to this bet, the first 5. All right, so they open the season at home against the Bucks. That's a big game. At the Vikings, at the Panthers, home against the Commanders. How many wins do you think they have? The Tampa Bay game is going to be a toss-up. At Minnesota is going to be tough. 2 wins, 3 wins. They have 4 games. 2 wins plus 175. 3 wins plus 340. Where are you going? Z-Money sounds like ATL might be the last team to win. Could be. I heard them argue all day on the radio, AB, why they don't use Drake London, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I bet. Z-Money, what is Pinnock's line for rushing TDs? Yeah, I know, right? Like, I couldn't find it, and that's the problem. But, yeah, I'm with you on that one. Let's see. Look at Brad. All right, that's the end of it right there. All right, so, yeah, that's the Atlanta Falcons. Again, I'll go back to the picks. Yeah, site says, what's Bijan's season TD line? I don't know. I could not find it. Now, that was on DraftKings. I'm sure that books have them out there. But like I said, man, like player props are kind of tough, right? Because they have a lot of them, but they don't have all of them. So it's a little difficult. Falcons over 8.5 wins plus 125. London 10 plus receiving TDs plus 230. And the Falcons make the playoffs at 155. All right. That's where we're going, man. All right. Let me pull the picks back up. Anybody who may have missed it. Let's see. Zach says 0 wins is definitely possible. Like to squeeze out 1 win. Yeah, 1 could be good. Let's get the picks. Here we go. Yankees Blue Jays over 8.5. Brewers Mets over 8. Twins Marlins over 8. All right. I believe that is it. Let me see the Howie Schwab crew play of the day. Hopefully it is working here. Where you guys going? Let's see. Hold on. I know that this is the best television of all time. Blame the producer there. Let's see. Oh, Yankees Blue Jays over 8.5, 56%. Second place was the Guardians and the Cubs over 8.5 at minus 115. That was at 33%. So there you go. All right. I think that's it. Jinxie says, once again, I think the Panthers will get a few division wins. Falcons will be squandering. Right. Liddy, anyone like KC to miss the playoffs? At plus money. Ooh. That would be saucy. Aston, thanks, AB, the group. Bro, thank you, man. Yeah, I like the Broncos to win the division. Broncos going to be good, man. They got a solid defense. Offense is going to be strong. Broncos are going to be a good team. I'm telling you, the AFC West, man, is loaded. I think the Chargers are going to be good, too. I think the Raiders are going to be good. Like, I'm not saying all 4 make the playoffs, but the AFC West is loaded. It's not a bad look, man. All right. Yep, I think that's it. All right. So we'll get out of here. Let you get on with it for your Thursday. Like I said, we'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern for more. So there we go, man. Good to see everybody. Hope everybody has a wonderful Thursday here, and we'll see you here in just a little bit. Peace. Who's got it better than us? No!